Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for the fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. None of the information presented in this video or by VGirlTV should be taken as fact. Every situation is based on personal experience. Pretty Image Boutique is located in the Centro Comercial de los Pueblos Mall, located in Panama City, just 15 minutes away from Tocumen Airport. We specialize in hair care, wig extensions, and much more. Come visit us. Panama, but you don't know quite yet what weekend you want to come, guess what? 2025 Martin Luther King weekend is Rum and Brunch Music Festival here in Panama City. 4 days, 5 nights of non-stop event, with the last event being none other than Rum and Brunch, which is the deluxe edition, which is a concert series, okay? We have performances by local artists as well as international dancehall artists, so you don't want to miss this event. If you are on a budget, but you know you still want to go, don't worry, we got you covered. We have payment plans available. Click on www.rumandbrunch.com, click where it says Rum and Brunch Weekend, and read up about this amazing event that you don't want to miss. If you went to Rum and Brunch Weekend 2024, trust me, you don't want to miss 2025, because 2025, if you're a 90s baby, an 80s baby, and you was outside in 2000, you definitely don't want to miss this event. If you had a chance to participate in Rum and Brunch 2024, well, guess what? 2025 will even be better. If you were the ones that were sitting home looking at all the fun that we were having, well, guess what? This is your opportunity to be here. So if you listen to dancehall, reggae, soca music, this event is for you. See you guys there. Peace and love. Hello, people. Hello. Welcome back to another live stream. Y'all, I have not done a live in probably like a week and a half, okay? Why haven't I done a live in a week and a half? Is because your girl, it's just been a lot of shit going on, okay? I know every time I come on live, it's always some crap that's going on, but you know, this is the season of bullshit for me, okay? This is the season of bullshit. Yeah, but guess what? We're working through it. We are working through it. How is everyone doing? Everybody who is on YouTube, I mean, not YouTube, sorry. Everyone who's on IG, make your way down onto YouTube, y'all, VGirlTV, so that you can comment and be part of the conversation, because you know my lives are very, we like to interact around these parts, okay? Shout out to everyone who will be watching on the replay, the rerun. I know I did not, and like I said, I know I'll be doing these lives very sporadically, but the reason why I do them like this is because I hate to schedule them and then some shit just happens and then I can't log back on. And that's basically what's happening. It's just been a lot of stuff that was going on, okay? A lot of crap that was going on, but I realized something, y'all. I realized that there's always a season for bullshit, okay? And it just seems like this what's the word that I want to say? This season, I guess, this season was the season of clearing out, okay? Let it rain, clear it out. Let it rain, clear it out. It was giving that much. It was a lot of raining and a lot of clearing out. And like Cat Williams says, 2024 is the year of what? What did Cat Williams say? Okay. Let's come on, people. Don't leave me hanging. What did freaking Cat Williams say? Y'all are driving me up the wall right now. Okay. He said, I don't remember exactly what he said, but I know he said it was a year of exposure. Okay. People were going to, everything was going to get exposed, not just in the dark side of Hollywood, but it's a year of revelation for me. This is a season of revelation, y'all. So I have not put out a vlog yet because I'm like literally sitting on content and I just have not had a chance to sit down and actually edit them and put it out there because again, I told you guys it's crazy. Okay. It's very crazy. Anyway, so this live is for anyone who is considering doing business in Panama, who um who want to hire people. Okay. If you're gonna open up a business in Panama, I always tell people if you don't want to deal with headaches, don't hire no employees. Okay. If you just want, if you could, okay. I personally, would I tell anyone to open up a business in Panama? Me personally, would I? No, I wouldn't. Okay. I think it's a lot easier for you to get a job and work for somebody else. Okay. Um, that's just my personal opinion. And maybe you could do like a side gig, and a side gig would be using your talent. Nothing that would actually where it okay. I wouldn't suggest anyone opening up any type of business that requires you to hire somebody. And these are my reasons why. Okay. Panama laws are very, very complicated when it comes to hiring people. Okay. A lot of people, they know the loopholes. They know how to use the loophole, but they think they know how to use the loopholes. They try to use loopholes or whatever and to get what they want. And at the end of the day, what they want is money. Okay. I was talking to one of my friends earlier about this, and I was saying to him, like, and when I say it's my friend, he's really my friend. I was saying, it's just not a Panama issue. I think it's an issue when you are dealing with people who only know about survival. They're only trying to survive. They don't give a rat's ass. Okay. They don't care about morality. They don't care if you ever helped them in the past. They don't care if they gave you an opportunity that nobody else gave them. They don't care. Okay. The only thing that they see is green. Okay. Even if it's at the detriment of themselves. Now, do I think everybody is like this? No, I don't think that everyone is like this. Have I encountered people like this here in Panama? Yes, I have. But I don't really think it's a Panama issue. I think this is just an issue just with people in general. And when you have businesses, you know what they say: more money, more problems. The problem is I don't got no money. Okay. So I would say this, and I've said this over and over again: when you are dealing with any business, thank God I have the right people in my corner. Thank God that I have the right people in my corner. When it comes to businesses, thank God the people that are in my corner know the laws. They know everything. And honestly, like when you are just a person that just do good onto people, regardless of how anybody may feel, you're always gonna come out on top. So I am super excited about that. So let me tell y'all what happened, okay? And let my experience be your guide, okay? Let my experience be your guide. So I had around COVID, okay? And I just got to be clear. There is this thing in Panama when it comes to hiring people. It's a lot of ageism that goes into that. And also, so people don't like to hire people if you are too old, okay? And they also don't like to hire people if you are too young. And I am an advocate for young people, especially young women, because, and you know what? Someone told me that I have to stop doing this. And this is, like I said, this is a lesson learned. The biggest lesson learned, okay? I had a conversation with someone, an older gentleman, because I like to have conversation with men because I feel like when you have conversations with men, a lot of men can give you advice from a non-emotional aspect. I don't know if I'm making any sense. As a woman, okay, and this does not mean that I'm putting down any woman, but I can also recognize as a woman where our fault lies. And it's also a catch-22 when you're dealing with this because I can see why a lot of women are considered, when they are in certain positions, why they would be either considered a BITC age, or especially Black women, they have attitudes, they have this, they have that. And it's literally because as a woman, as a Black woman, I feel, but more so as a woman first, you really have to fight for respect. Okay. You want to be respect, and at least for me, you want to be respectful to people. You want to do right by people. You want to give people the benefit of the doubt. You want to help people, but that does not work when you are a woman, because a lot of people will take your kindness for weakness. Now, if I'm wrong, someone can, it's free to tell me that I'm wrong, but I honestly feel that way. I feel like as a woman first, I'm not even saying like Black woman. I want to say as a woman, you have to fight so hard for respect. So the person said to me, you cannot. So, for example, I'm gonna give you an example. I am a single mom. Okay. I was a single mom. I mean, my kids' dad is in their lives, but when I say I'm a single mom, we're not married, we don't live together. I'm the one that provides for my kids 100% of the time because they live with me. And okay, should I say 100% of the time? I mean, they get their kids in summer, but 90, okay, let's say 90%, 95% of the time, I'm providing for my kids. I am taking them to school in the morning. I'm making their breakfast. I'm cooking for them. They're with me 24/7, pretty much. Okay. Not with me. They're with the babysitter or my parents. But at the end of the day, my kids live with me. They reside with me. They're 100% my responsibility at all times. And so I am the type of person that I can resonate with other single parents, single moms, especially single moms. When you're young, especially, I can resonate with women that have never don't have working experience. So I always try to give people who don't have working experience um, an opportunity to get working experience. I also do not like to micromanage because I know what it's like to be in a toxic work environment where people are micromanaging you. But I also think that sometimes culturally, I can see why people micromanage people over here. Um, some people, okay, you give them an inch, they take a mile. Like my son's father said, you give them a horse, they ride it down to hell, and that's exactly what the situation was at hand. So I was in a situation where an employee was committing a crime, okay, stealing from the government, knowing that they were stealing from the government, okay. And then I wish I could, like, I'm gonna have to save like the details for like Patreon or whatever, because I don't want to go into details. Like, but they were stealing from the government. Okay. COVID time, they were double dipping. Okay. If you are in Panama, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They were working and also taking money from the government. Had the audacity, okay, the audacity to go to the Ministry of Labor and lie, okay, and make up stories and saying that they weren't paid for things that they did get paid for to try to get more money out of us. Like we didn't have proof, baby girl. Like we didn't have proof. And then had the audacity to come down there with a lawyer that didn't know. I'll tell you something. Everybody in Panama is a lawyer. Okay. Everybody in Panama is a lawyer. So if you are ever looking for a lawyer, make sure you go to a credible law firm and somebody that really has sense, because some of these people don't know if she was paying the lawyer or not paying the lawyer, but the lady lacked common sense, baby girl. Because if you know that your client, okay, is committing fraud, okay, why would you, as an attorney, convince your client to make certain decisions, knowing that the person is. I need somebody. All I could do is just go like this. Forgive them, Father, for they do not know. Forgive them, Father, because they do not know. So, anywho, like, I'm just trying to wrap up the whole story or whatever into a just, but it just goes to show you how silly people are and how people do not use their brain, especially you're especially when someone was good to you. Why would you create a toxic work environment? Okay. Why would you create a situation where there was no situation to create? Okay. Why? Then it's like, okay, but you told me to go. Yeah, I told you to do X. And what did you do? You went and did X, Y, Z, and everything else that did not make any sense. And I always tell people, you, especially young people, you really have to sit back and analyze certain situation and don't listen to what, okay, I get it. You were listening to attorney. The attorney told you this. Clearly the attorney didn't know what they was talking about because when we were sitting in the room, the attorney was saying things and I'm saying here, first of all, the attorney told you that the minimum wage was XYZ. We went in the room and they told you the no, that is not the minimum wage. The minimum wage is XYZ. You were getting paid way more than what the minimum wage was. Right then and there, I would have been like, you know what? This lady don't know what she's talking about because she about to leave me to dry. Okay. Because that's exactly what ended up happening. The attorney went in there and told Miss Thing, oh no, you need to take them to the Ministry of Labor because they're paying you less than what the salary is. And it's like, girl, what? No, we're not. Yes, they are. No, we're not. The damn director came out, calculated it. Girl, you was getting way more than what the minimum wage was, baby girl. And I always tell people this: if you do not want me to talk about any situation, don't put me in a situation to talk about and give people content because this is basically what you're doing. You're giving me content to talk about. And I always use my experiences to warn other people so that they don't make the same mistakes that I've made. Having a conversation with this man, the older gentleman that I was telling you about, he had made me realize like, okay, when you have a business, you cannot, especially you cannot lead with emotions. You cannot lead with emotions. Yes, I was a single mom. Yes, I wanted somebody to give me a chance when I was working. And so I always have compassion for other women that are single parents or women that's trying to go to college because I know what it's like to go to college and have a job and work. I know what it's like to get out of college and nobody wanting to hire you because you do not have experience. I also know what it's like to be a single mom, and not getting the sufficient support financially that you need from your child's father. Okay. So I would always be an advocate for that. And there was always a special place in my heart for people who go through those things. And the man told me, girl, are you crazy? You cannot do that. You cannot do that because people will know that and take your kindness for weakness, and your business is your business. Okay. They don't care if you worked however amount of years to open up this business or how much money you put in to open up this business. They don't care if your parents sacrifice whatever they sacrifice for this business. This is yours. You have to treat it. This is your baby. Would you allow someone to abuse your child? No. So why would you allow someone else to come in off of emotions and abuse your baby, which is your business? And I listened to them and I listened to them and I said, you know what? Absolutely right. So I say this to anybody that is trying to open up a business in Panama or overseas. It ain't America, y'all. This ain't America. Okay. How you deal with people in America is not the same way you're going to deal with people that work here. Okay. I'll give you a prime example. A couple of years ago, there was a girl that worked at the store. And I always tell people, you working in my store is not for you to be there for the rest of your life. This is not some place where you are going to make it a career. This is a place that you gain experience and you move on to the next. I'm very realistic, okay? That is what it is. You gain experience and you move on to the next, okay? And I'm okay with that. I am happy for anyone in life that is doing something with themselves or trying to elevate themselves. I will never try to stop anybody from moving ahead, right? And so this particular female, and this is what I'm saying, people know how to work the system, right? She was pregnant. She became pregnant. She didn't come in working pregnant. She was working, and then a year later, she got pregnant. So the law here is that if somebody is pregnant, okay, you cannot fire them. You cannot fire them until 1 year after they give birth. So even if the person is doing bullshit, okay, unless they're like stealing or something like that, don't even just call the police. Okay. If somebody is stealing from you, you just better off calling the police. Just call the police and just move forward, because try to have grace with certain people. People be that they are just so they just don't even care. Like they will know that they're doing something wrong, and they know that they did something wrong, but they don't care because they think that, oh, she'll never call the police on me, or she'll never do this, or she'll never do that. If you have an employee and you know the person is stealing from you, call the police. Just call the cops. Okay? Just call the cops and have them arrested. Because if you try to do anything with the goodness of your heart and say, you know what, I'm gonna just fire you and we're gonna move on, they're probably gonna take you to the Ministry of Labor. And if they try to take you to the Ministry of Labor, they're trying to get money from you. And they're going to make up a whole bunch of lies, because the Ministry of Labor goes by what they tell you. Of course, they do have a part where before you get to the judge, that you can negotiate. But I'm like this. If you know you was doing wrong, if you know you stealing, why are we even negotiating anything? But that goes to show you how people are. Like, they are just that bold-faced. They be that bold-faced that they don't. You're just gonna override the fact that you was doing something illegal, stealing, just to try to get over and try to get money off of you. That's why I say, if you have an employee and you know that the employee was stealing from you, just call the police and get them locked up. Okay? Don't have no mercy for nobody. Because trust me, they're not gonna have no mercy for you. So anyway, the girl ended up getting pregnant or whatever. So she's pregnant, and here I go. Here I'm being compassionate. Oh, I know what it's like to be pregnant, and I'm a realist, right? So when a woman is pregnant, your body goes through a lot of changes. You don't feel like going to work sometimes, especially towards the end of your pregnancy. You be exhausted. You like, oh, F this, da, da, da. I get it, right? But you cannot expect to not come to work and still expect people to pay you just because you don't come to work. And that's what happened with this particular employee. So she was pregnant. Then she went to the clinic, because she knew somebody in the clinic, and kept getting doctor's notes. So the law here is that you have 18 sick days. Okay. You have 18 sick days if you have a doctor's note, and the company has to pay you. So what she would do is not come to work. And this wasn't like, oh, she wasn't coming to work once in a while. No, the girl wasn't coming to work like 2-3 days out the week, every week, 4 days out the week, coming late every single week. And she would bring a doctor's note. Okay. And so I was like, okay, what the heck? Right. So I said to her, I said, girl, if you don't feel good, right, and you have a condition, why don't you, because this happened when I first got here, right? I was like, why don't you just go to the doctor and ask the doctor to give you a letter saying that, you have restrictions, because according to her, she couldn't do certain things, right? So I said, okay, which, mind you, this girl was on the register sitting down, and then all she was doing was sitting down and putting prices on it. She wasn't lifting no boxes. She literally was not doing anything. Okay. Nothing major. You work in a hair store. There's nothing major about working in a hair store. You don't have to do much. Okay. Just sell hair, assist the customers. Okay. That's it. Right. So she would constantly come in late, whatever. So anyway, one day she came with a doctor's note, and I knew the doctor's note was fake. So I was like, girl, why don't you just go to the doctor and let the doctor write you a letter saying that you cannot do certain things, so you don't have to come to work? You know what I'm saying? Like, you keep bringing these doctor's notes, girl. We know the doctor's notes are fake, right? She never did it. You know what she did? Homegirl went to the Ministry of Labor and said that she got fired. Girl, it was no way. Girl never got fired, never told her that I got fired. But you know what it was? She knew that if she went down there and said that she got fired, then they would award her whatever amount of money because she was pregnant. This is what I'm saying. They know how to use the system. They say this is why a lot hire illegals in Panama. Exactly. This is exactly why. Anyway, she goes, she takes out the boleta, which is like a ticket, whatever. She brings it. So I go down there, whatever, and we're in front of the judge. At the time, they didn't have like a mediation part of it. Okay. You just go straight to see the judge. So we go straight to see the judge. I have my paperwork showing that this girl was always late. Okay. And I was like, first of all, she wasn't fired. She says her part. Okay. Whatever explanation she made. Then I said, okay, well, she was not fired. As you can see, this is her attendance. Okay. So I said, guys, make sure you everything is cross your T's, dot your I's. I said, this is her attendance. These are all the doctor's note that she filled out. I literally told her if she cannot come to work, just get a letter from the doctor's note. But she was not just get a letter from the doctor saying that she can't work or whatever. But what she wanted was she didn't want to work anymore, but she wanted the money. Okay. Like a lot of these people, anybody who takes you to the Ministry of Labor is because they want money. Okay. Call it what it is. Anyone who takes any company to the Ministry of Labor, it's because they want plata, dinero. They want money. That's what they want. Okay. So just be clear. If they taking you to the Ministry of Labor, it's because they want money from you. They trying to get more money from you. Okay. They want big money. They don't want chump change money. They want big money. Right. So the lady was like, the judge was like, okay, well, just so you know that being pregnant is not a disease, it's not a sickness, it's a condition. That doesn't, and it's a temporary condition where you can still do things. You can still be pregnant and you can still do work. She told me, don't make her lift boxes, which of course I'm a human being. Why would I allow a pregnant woman to lift boxes? Like, why would I do that? I wouldn't. So she was like, just have her do work. You still have to work. You still have to come to work on time. Like you still have to do these things, but you cannot keep on bringing fake doctor's notes to work, period. And I knew that the doctor's notes was fake because I went to this is how I am, right? I am the type of person that if you try to play me for stupidness, I will go to the end to find out the truth. And every doctor's note that she provided, I went to every single clinic and I put in the claim that I wanted to know how real these doctor's notes was. And of course, I found out that they were fake. And the person that was giving her the doctor's note was a family friend. And they were super scared because they didn't want to get fired or they didn't want to get caught that they were giving her these doctor's notes. So anyway, so the judge told her that she had to go back to work. Now, everybody knows if you take someone to HR, and I don't care what anybody says, if you take any company to HR or if you take any company to, especially here, if you take somebody to the Ministry of Labor, you can't expect to come back to work and everything is going to be hanky-panky and we're going to be the best of friends. You got to know that things are not going to be the same. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be, you're going to be weirded out. You're not going to want to be in the environment. People going to start treating you different. You know what I mean? It is because it's like, damn girl, you went as low to bring me here. You think we really going to be like, things are going to be the same? It's not going to be the same. Right? So we go back to work or whatever. I have nothing to say to her because now I'm like, okay, this girl is dangerous. So we're going to watch her. Okay. We're all eyes. Okay. If you late, I'm not giving you no more passes if you late. Like it's now I gotta deal with you by the books. Now I gotta deal with you by the books, cross my T's, dot my I's. I can't play with you, right? But let me tell you how God works. Okay. She lasted up until 2 days. Okay. The third day, what did she do? She called out. She calls out of work. I'm like, okay, whatever, right? Type it up or whatever. When she calls out of work now, so now where the store was, it's in like a commercial center. So there was a Popeyes. And I usually would never go out and buy lunch. I would order my food, or if somebody else was going to get food, I would give them money, go give them money to buy food. But that particular day, okay, I'm telling you, when I tell you I'm God's child, I'm God's child. That particular day, right, something told me, go to Popeyes and go get food. Girl and guys, I go to Popeyes, right? Mind you, I never go to Popeyes. Never go to Popeyes, especially now walking in the Centro Comercial because it's always hot. Oh, welcome. I would go walk to Popeyes, right? It was me and somebody else. We in Popeyes, and I'm standing on the line. When I go into Popeyes, I see the girl's mother in the line in Popeyes. Now, the mother didn't see me, but I saw the mother. The mother was in the front. And then I look to the left. Now, Popeyes, their glass, like people, you can see outside, but the person outside can't see you. They can't see inside. You can see outside, but they can't see inside. So now I look, and who do I see walking into Popeyes? Wait, did I miss the fact that oh yeah, I did tell you that she called out because she said she was sick. When I look, I see Miss Call Out that took us to the Ministry of Labor coming into Popeyes very well. Okay, no sickness. The mother turns around and sees me and immediately starts to like chat the daughter, like, don't come in here, don't come in here. But it was already too late. So now I turn around, me and the girl lock eyes. The mother runs out with her. She turns the corner. The next day, she brings her letter and quits. Because at that point, what were you going to say? At that point, what were you going to say? So you cause all this drama, unnecessary drama, because now wherever else you're going to work, they are going to micromanage you and they're going to treat you like crap. Because let me tell you something. The people that work in I see how these people get treated. Like I see how supervisors treat their employees in especially like big companies. They treat them like crap. To the point where I be feeling bad sometimes. That's why when I go to certain places, I don't like to be like, if people handle me a certain type of way, I like, you know what? It is what it is. I don't like to call supervisors and try to get people in trouble because I know, and then there are people that are so petty that they will call a supervisor on like for nonsense. They will call supervisors for nonsense, literally for nonsense, to try to get the employees in trouble. So I don't do that because I know how they get treated. So for me, my feelings be hurt when I hire people and you treat them good and they turn around and give you one lash across your face and one lash across your face. Okay? So I be offended because it's like, if you work any place else, they're going to treat you like crap. And you come here to my place, I treat you good, and you turn around and want to give me a boxing lesson, you mustn't matter. So now, once you take me to the Ministry of Labor, that's it. We're done. We are done. We are done. We are done. So now these fool girl them that took us to the Ministry of Labor thinking that they was going to get money, they was like, no. You ain't getting no money. You got to go back to work. So now the attorney is like, oh, well, if she goes back to work, it's going to be a hostile environment. The director was like, you got to know that if you take someone to the Ministry of Labor, you have to know that the relationship is done. That's why if you're going to take somebody to the Ministry of Labor, you got to know for sure that no matter what happens, you don't want to go back. You got to know that, you know what? I don't care what happens. I am not going back there. You got to be for sure, certain that you know that once you take somebody to the Ministry of Labor, it's a wrap. It's like a divorce. We're not reconciling. Because now I know it's literally like a nasty divorce. Like once your partner says to you, you know what, I want a divorce, and they start acting funny, you already know that means we're done. Like you got to know that we're done. You have to know that you and me, we are not cool. Now I got to deal with you accordingly. But that goes to show you the level of thinking of some people. They think, oh, I'm going to take them to the Ministry of Labor and we're going to be cool. You're bright. After you're done your story, question, did you hire a lawyer to help you understand paying employees CCC and biweekly pay and bonuses they do quarterly here? So yes and no. First of all, lawyers do not know the laws when it comes to labor laws. Okay, they act like they know, but they don't know. Okay. For example, Miss Lawyer that came with Missy Fu, she thought she knew. No, it doesn't. Because the way it is here, the pay is based on the size of the business. So if you have a company with less than 10 employees, that means that you are a small business. Okay. Small businesses do not pay their employees the same amount of money that somebody that has, let's say, 30, 40, 50 employees in there. Their pay grade is completely different. There, for example, and then it also depends on what type of business you have, what field you're in. So if you have a business that is a salon, the pay scale is going to be different. If it's sales, the employees, you pay them different, completely different. And a lot of lawyers don't know that. They think they know, but they don't know. They do not know. And everybody out, lawyers here, you do not have to pass a bar exam to become a lawyer. Literally, to become a lawyer here, you just got to go to school and then all of a sudden you're a lawyer. I know girls that are hairstylists that are lawyers, okay? That they do hair, they own salons, and they're lawyers. You have to know what you're dealing with. Our accountant is a certified accountant for the entire area. Okay, they are a government hired accountant. So he knows the law, what to pay people, how much you're supposed to pay people, what needs to be deducted. He knows this because he is contracted by the government. Okay, so if he's contracted by the government and he's an accountant for the government, the Ministry of Finances, he's going to know. So those are the type of people that you need to know that, to give you that type of information. These lawyers don't be knowing nothing. They don't be knowing nothing. They know the basics. They don't be knowing nothing. Right? Hey. So I would always say to anybody, if you are going to hire anybody, if you're going to have, you planning on opening a business, do not open up a business if you don't want no headaches. Because I know a lot of times people be like, I want to have my own business so I could, have my freedom. If you have to hire employees, I will not recommend it. I would not recommend it. Okay? Headaches. Imagine you have to deal with employees and they headaches. Then got to come home and deal with your spouse. No, I want to simplify my life. And the pay is actually not bi-weekly. It's the 15th and the 30th of the month. Yeah, I am. But I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm up to here. See, people not going to tell you this. People are not going to tell you this. They're not going to tell you the truth. They're not going to be so open and transparent. I am super transparent, open, and honest that I want you guys to know this. I want you guys to see this because everything that glitters is not gold, baby. Okay? Everything that glitters is not gold. And I don't want people to be like thinking like, oh my God, yeah, the hairstylist is a lawyer. Okay? Hairstylist is a lawyer. There literally is no bar. In the States that you have to, in order to be a lawyer, you have to pass a certain bar exam. No, child. 4 years of study, anybody could be a lawyer. Okay, the taxi driver be a lawyer. Okay, DJs be a lawyer. Okay, everybody's a lawyer. Everybody. And then they love to throw it around. Like I be meeting people in the store. They're like, "Oh, I'm a lawyer," and I'm looking like you and everybody else, child. You and everybody else is a lawyer. Okay? You and everybody else is a lawyer. So you telling me you a lawyer does not impress me because, people, they love to throw around titles. Okay? They love to throw around titles. And it's like, girl, that doesn't impress me, especially not when everybody is a lawyer. The taxi cab driver is a lawyer. The Uber driver is a lawyer. Everybody a lawyer. I sell products to American businesses and was thinking of hiring someone in Panama to cold call. Child. There are people, though. You can hire people as a servicio profesional, which is a professional service. If you are in America, Well, it depends if the business is registered in Panama or is the business registered in the States. You know, it's more to it than just that. It just depends. It really depends if your business is registered here or if your business is registered in America. If your business is registered in America, you can have a virtual assistant. You can, set up virtual assistants. And they will be actually a contracted employee versus your business being here. Okay, it's a whole nother ballgame. But yes, like somebody said, that's why people hire foreigners, and it's sad. It is very sad because even sometimes with foreigners, people take advantage of them too. So it just kind of depends. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I meant the US. Sorry. Thank you, Pana, for correcting me. Thank you. So yeah, so guys, that's why I wasn't on live this whole week because I was going back and forth. Oh, and let me tell you. So when they take you to the Ministry of Labor, let me tell you how this works, right? So if they take you to the Ministry of Labor, they come and they serve you with a paper. You have to sign the paper. The paper has the date on there when you have to report. You get 3 chances to go. So they'll come back. And this is to show you how desperate they are because I don't be having the patience to be dealing with all this nonsense. But they be having all the time in the world to be running up and down, going back and forth, wasting money, going back and forth to the Ministry of Labor trying to get money. So anyway, they go down there, they get a ticket, they come, they serve the paper, the business owner with the paper, the person got to sign, then you got to go report there the day of the citation, right? So if the business owner is not able to make it on that date, they're allowed to miss, right? Then they come back again. So now let's say your appointment is for the 13th. You go on the 13th, the business owner doesn't show up, you go back again, they come back, they take out another ticket for you, come back to your business, serve you again with the papers. Then let's say the second time, business owner don't show up, then they go back again, they get another ticket, serve them again, okay, the third time, right? The third time, if the business owner don't show up. Now, mind you, sometimes the business owners don't be even in the country, right? The business owner don't be in the country. The third time, they go send the police, okay? So that the police can arrest you and take you down to the Ministry of Labor. So this is how far they will go. They will go as far as getting the police to arrest you, to take you to the Ministry of Labor so they could get money from you. And then 9 out of 10 times, they still ain't gonna get no money. I'm telling you, people. They have people that speak very good English. You would have to actually put out your rates and see who applies. That is a whole conversation for another. We'll have to have a private conversation because affordable rates really depends on what you consider affordable. I don't know what you consider affordable. I don't know what's affordable to you, but I know what's affordable to me. So that's a conversation that we would have to have offline. I'm gonna wait to get back to the room and watch the replay. We out eating in Panama. All right, enjoy. Anyway, guys, so that's enough with that situation. Okay, we will go into depth about this in another live because y'all, I need y'all to catch up on this one, and then we're gonna do a part 2 because I gotta go pick up my baby from school. Gotta pick up my daughter from school, y'all. What was I gonna say? This weekend though is gonna be super lit. This weekend there's a boat ride that's going on this weekend, and then rum and brunch. So the boat ride is Saturday, all white boat ride. Can't wait. And then Sunday is rum and brunch. I hope to see you guys at rum and brunch. Okay, and if you can't come, tell a friend that's in Panama to come to rum and brunch. So I hope to see you guys at rum and brunch. You can log on to www.VGirlTV.com. Click the I just spit. Excuse me. Click the events tab and grab your tickets. It is my birthday month, y'all. So we turning up at rum and brunch. And plus, with all the stress I had to go through this weekend, we really gonna turn up. Okay, we're really gonna turn up. Okay, we really gonna turn up this weekend. So rum and brunch tickets, you can get them at www.VGirlTV.com. Click the events lab in the lab. Click the events tab. It's in my profile. So make sure y'all get y'all tickets. And if y'all go into the all-white boat ride on Saturday, I will see you there because I will be there. And you definitely gonna notice me with this bright hair. You're definitely gonna recognize me. So if you do recognize me, please don't stare at me like I have 6 heads, because then I get really weirded out. Like, okay, why they're staring at me? Come up, say hello, let's party together. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit this weekend. It is going to be lit this weekend. So make sure y'all grab y'all tickets for both events. So yeah, if you need physical tickets, you can go to the store today and get the tickets, because tomorrow's actually the last day for you to get tickets. So if you're gonna go to the boat ride, tomorrow's the last day to get the tickets. Come to the store, get the tickets, or hit me up in my DMs. And you can send the payment and I'll meet you at the door. But make sure you guys get there on time, because if you're not there on time, I'm leaving you. I got you, boo. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna catch you guys again in a live. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go live later on today. Can't make no promises because I got a lot going on. But yeah, I hope to see you guys. Okay, I hope to see you guys. I gotta go pick up my daughter. I'm running freaking late at this point. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Peace and love.